Okay, so today I'm just going to be doing a drugstore makeup routine, and I thought I would do this video because I just ordered like a ton of stuff from the MAC website and the Sephora website for Christmas, and so I thought I would, because that's all really expensive stuff, so I thought I would change it up into a drugstore look before I do a first impressions on that stuff. And so this is the look that I got. This is pretty much my everyday look. The only thing I didn't use from the drugstore is my brows, and I used just the Tarte eyeshadow. It is argan oil, and I'm just using the Physicians Formula argan oil. And I usually, sorry my mirror's over here, just squirt this all around my face. And then whatever is left over on my hands, I'll just put on my neck. And I use this as a moisturizer and a primer. So I don't really use anything else. But for under my eyes, which I already put this on, I just use an eye cream. There is no brand, it was like $1. Okay, and then I start off with concealer after I let that soak into my skin for a little bit. And I just use these like to blend in my concealer, these little, I don't know if you can see them, these little makeup sponges. They're just like mini versions of like the Beauty Blender and all that. And first I start off with Revlon Color Stay Concealer. And I'm in the color Light. And I just put this in a little triangle underneath my eyes. I have really bad under eye bags, and then I have a huge pimple right here, so I put a lot over that. I also have one right here and one right here. Everybody's always asked me how I get such flawless skin. Well, I just use makeup. And then I'm gonna use, almost forgot to show you, my Hard Candy Glamouflage Concealer, and this is like my favorite concealer ever, because it covers up anything. And it doesn't say what color. Oh, ultra light. I always get my concealer a few shades lighter than my skin because I do use it to kind of highlight my under eyes. And I'm just going to put this wherever I put the other concealer. And then I'm going to take this teardrop shaped sponge, and then I'm just going to pat this. I never swipe, I just pat. And I do put this onto my eyes just because the primer that I use for my eyes doesn't cover up my veins and all that, so I just like to bring my concealer on so that I don't have to worry about seeing veins through my eyeshadow and stuff. I might look a little crazy now, but. And then I just use this weird shaped one, and I like the end of it because it's really big, and then I just pat that onto anywhere. I just kind of use like a pat and drag motion with this, except for on this huge pimple right here. I'll just pat that really lightly. And I don't want this one to be too wet because I want the most coverage. And then I'm just going to use, sorry, I gotta get this stuff out of my way, the Revlon Color Stay 24 Hour foundation and I'm in the color Sand Beige. And I went to Ulta and I got this because they don't sell it in my drugstore. But the lady like color matched me, and she didn't do a very good job because this is like a little, not a little, a lot darker than my skin. But that's okay. Guess I should have prepared more for this. So I'll just cut this out. And I use this little makeup palette, and you just put it on your finger like that. And then I just shake up my foundation. And I put a little, not a little, a lot, on the actual thing. And I would like show you better, but it'll slide off if I do. I do use a lot of foundation, even though this is a full coverage foundation, because I just like that look. But I'm just using my Real Techniques beauty sponge, and it's damp. It's not like too wet, but it's just damp. And I concentrate that. I usually just do one side of my face at a time. And I concentrate it like on my cheeks because I do get a lot of redness on my cheeks. And I'm trying not to go pat that pimple too much so that the concealer doesn't come off of it. And sorry if I make weird faces. As you can see, like it'll look my color at first, and then this foundation oxidizes a lot. So if you go to buy this, I would get like, if you're matched, get like a shade lighter than what you're matched to, because it does oxidize a lot. And then I'm just going to take whatever left on my little thing. Oh, I got it on my ring. Oopsie. And just put that down my neck, because if your foundation is too dark for your skin, you definitely want to make sure you get it on your neck and on your ears. And sorry if my hair looks really weird, but I just tried to put it up in any way that I could, because I do my hair after I do my makeup. And you want to blend this out really well. And because I'm wearing a sweater, I don't blend it down onto my chest. But if I'm not wearing a sweatshirt, then I'll blend it down onto my chest. And then I'm just going to use this L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Spray and Set. And I don't use this after all of my makeup, I just use it after my foundation and my concealer. And I use like just a few sprays of it. And then I let that set for a little bit. It doesn't take that long. And then I'm just going to get like a flat like concealer brush kind of, and I'm going to use the e.l.f. High Definition Under Eye Setting Powder. And I love this stuff a lot. And I just like dump it into the cap and then pat it. Pat. And then I get like a lot on my brush. And I just dab this under my eyes. I try not to sweep, but sometimes I do for some reason. And this just really like brightens up your under eyes, and it sets it. And I have not, ever since I started using this, I have not had trouble with my under eyes creasing, my under eye concealer creasing. And I usually use a little bit of that on my nose, around like the sides of my nose. That pimple is really looking tragic there. I don't know if you can see it. And then to set my entire face, I use my Holy Grail Coty Airspun Loose Setting Powder. And this is in Translucent Extra Coverage. And again, I just get like a lot in the cap. Usually I put way too much and I don't even use it all, but oh well. And I'm just going to be using a powder brush by Eco Tools. And put that all over my face. And I use a generous amount of this because I want my foundation to stay matte all day. What is black on my face? That's annoying. Okay. Now it's time for bronzer. Since this is just like an everyday thing, I'm not really going to contour. I'm just going to bronze my face up. And I'm using this brush from Icing that I got for Christmas, and it's so soft. And it's just like a kabuki brush. And I'm using my bronze booster from Physicians Formula in medium to dark. And I love this stuff so much that I have hit major pan on it, as you can see. And I get like a lot on my brush, and I get a lot of like everything on my brush, but I have another mirror over here if you're wondering what I'm looking at. And I don't know, some people would say that's too much, but I like it. And I just put this in like the hollows of my cheeks and up onto my temples. And I'm breaking out really bad, but I mean, who cares? I know you're not supposed to wear makeup whenever you're breaking out, but I do anyways. Okay, now on to the blush, and I've been loving this blush from Physicians Formula, and it's called Natural, and it just looks like that. And I just take a like slanted kabuki brush, and I just, sorry, I don't even know what I was doing there. Pat this. You don't need a lot of this because it is like, there's this in the middle here, that really bright color, and it does, if you get too much of that on your brush, it will turn up very dark. So you want to mix all the colors together. And then, as my boyfriend texts me, then I'm going to illuminator or highlighter, whatever you want to call it. And as you can tell, I love Physicians Formula. This is probably one of my favorite illuminators. It's called Translucent Pearl. Well, that's like what the color is. And it's Powder Palette Mineral Glow Pearls. And it just looks like that. And I just use like a rounded kabuki brush, and I get a lot of that on my brush, same drill, and I just put that like over top of my blush, but kind of like I put my blush here and I put my illuminator here. And then I also put that down my nose, on my chin, and a little bit over here. I try not to get it on my pimple because I got some on my pimple and it makes it like easier to see your pimple. Like it just, your pimple glows pretty much, and it's really weird. Now on to my least favorite part. I love doing makeup, and the only thing I don't like about doing makeup is doing my eyebrows. Because my eyebrows are not naturally very pretty. And I think it's because I went through a phase where I did not want any eyebrows, so I shaved them off. And they grew back not very nice looking. Not that I did have nice eyebrows in the first place. And don't even comment and judge about my eyebrows, because trust me, I know they're horrible. So you're not offending me in any way. Like, just look how bad that is. And that's just me filling in my natural eyebrow. Like, I'm not exaggerating them in any way, although I do draw my eyebrows in a lot darker than they already are. Just because I like that look. I like the dramatic eyebrow look. Just if I had better eyebrows, it would probably look better. And trust me, if like my boyfriend and my mom would let me, I would just shave my eyebrows back off and draw on my own, but I don't think that'll ever happen again. Oh, and I got this little palette that I used for my foundation from MUA, which is Makeup Artist Network. Yeah, Makeup Artist Network. And I love it. You can get big ones, like for your wrist. And I really think you should invest in one if you're like, if you do makeup on a lot of different people. Okay, and now one of my favorite parts, which is eyeshadow. And I just use, what is this? e.l.f. Mineral Eyeshadow Primer. And rub that in. Everything that I use in my daily routine is pretty much from the drugstore, except for like some of my brushes and pretty much just my eyebrows. Oh, I didn't even tell you what I use for my eyebrows. I use this Tarte palette that I got for Christmas, and I don't even know what the shade is called, but I use this dark brown here. Okay, I'm just getting all my eyeshadow together. I do pretty much the same thing with my eyeshadow every day, unless I'm like going somewhere special, then I change it up. What was I gonna say? This is not natural at all, and I'm not trying to make it look natural. I don't like the natural makeup look. That's just me though. So I'm just gonna get closer into my eyes. Ooh, we are really close. I hope you can't see that pimple, but I can't tell. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I just got this camera, so I'm not very good at it. Okay, I'm not liking how close this is. But, so first thing I'm gonna do is I actually start off with my crease, because I'm a weirdo and I like to do things backwards. And I just take, I I don't use the tape method where like you tape your eyes. I just use like any little cardboard thing. This is actually like from Walmart, like $3 earring thing. And I just put that here and I kind of line it up a little bit below my eyebrow, like the end of my eyebrow. And the first thing I'm going to use in my crease is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow ombres in, this is like my favorite thing ever, and it's called Amber Rush. And it just looks like that. And it's like a pressed eyeshadow. I hope it focuses. It's really pretty. It's my favorite. And a little bit of this goes a long way. So you gotta like tap off your brush. But I'm just gonna put that a little bit below my eyebrow and then just blend. This is like my favorite crease color just because it's so pretty. Just a really pretty reddish brown color. And I use a lot of it. I do one eye at a time. So like I'll do this eye and then I'll go around and do this eye. And then I'm just going to use, oh, and by the way, this is just like a blender brush from LAB Squared. It's called Just Blending In Brush. That's weird, but it just looks like that. And then I'm going to use a smaller blending brush, and this is just called Shade and Blend. It doesn't even have like where it's from or anything like that. And I'm going to be using this Almay compact here. And it doesn't really say, what it's called. I just load that up on my brush and then I put this back on my face and I put that in, like the other color I put in my crease and up to my brow, but this I'm just going to concentrate in the crease. Just to darken up the look a little bit. And then, this is another favorite eyeshadow of mine. This is the NYX eyeshadow in Pixie. And it just looks like that. It's just a champagne, like a glittery champagne color. And I'm going to use it on an angled brush. And I get my brush a little bit wet before I use this, just so that the glitter stays on a little bit better. And then I just hold my eyelashes down. And I put this on my lid. Okay, hopefully you can see that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and do my other eye. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow done. And I don't usually put anything like underneath my eyebrow bone, on my brow bone, not underneath it. And then I just use this crayon Pour Le Corps Enchanting Body Crayon. I was reading the Spanish side. From Fantasy Markers by Wet n Wild. And it just looks like this, and I just put it on my finger. And this is just a dupe for the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk. And I just put like a lot of that in my inner corners. And then I just blend it out with my finger. I don't blend it out too much because I still want you to be able to see it. Okay, hopefully you can see that. My camera's like behind me and I can just barely see it in the mirror because my whole wall right here is a mirror, so I can just barely see what's going on. And then I'm gonna do some eyeliner, and this is my absolute favorite eyeliner, the eyeliner duo that I use here. And it's Master Precise by Eye Studio, Maybelline, New York. And it's in black. I'm gonna get up real close here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. And I'm just gonna make the wing. Oh, my eye got really irritated there. And my wing is very dramatic. I'm not going for natural, as I said. Okay, so I'm done with that. And don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like this. I use my second favorite eyeliner, and this is Walk the Line liquid eyeliner by Hard Candy, and it's just in Asphalt. And I just get pretty much all the product off of the brush until there's only like a tiny bit left on the applicator. And then I just make kind of a thick line. And then I'll go over my wing a little bit, and I just messed up my wing. Get in focus there. So yeah, as I said, this is not natural at all. And then I just do the other eye. And again, I get pretty much all the product off of it. Let it focus. And I would really recommend this if you're looking for a good liquid eyeliner. Because it's very pigmented and it doesn't like chip away. one eyeliner is a little more sassy than the other one, so we're just gonna fix that. Okay, so I've done my eyes. My eyeshadow and my eyeliner and all that. So now I'm just gonna do mascara. I'll dip into my giant bag of mascara here, and my lovely boyfriend got me this MAC False Lashes Extreme Black mascara. Well, I would love if this would focus, but apparently it won't, so. And I just coat this very generously. I don't normally curl my eyelashes because my eyelashes are already pretty curly. Not curly, but curled. That'd be weird. Now you make really weird faces. And I'm pretty sure my dog's trying to eat my chickens right now, but I'm doing a makeup video. So my eyelashes are pretty long. I don't even know if this is in focus because I can like barely see. Why am I putting that there? And then I'm just going to dip into my bag of mascara, and I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Max Volume Mascara. And if you're looking for like a really good cheap mascara, then I would definitely recommend this. And I'm going to use that after this focuses on my bottom lashes. The only reason I don't use that MAC mascara on my bottom eyelashes is because the wand is like way too big. And I just do one coat of this mascara over top of that MAC mascara. I'm making the weirdest faces. And I don't do anything to my eyelashes really, except for I clean them on a daily basis. And that's how they grow so long. They don't look long whenever I have eyeshadow on though, like dark eyeshadow. But that's pretty much it. I guess I can like unzoom you guys now. Ooh, that was a hot mess. I'm a little sideways. Okay. Come here. There we go. that is my complete makeup look. Now I'm like pretty much known for wearing a lot of lipstick and having a lot of lipstick. But today I'm just liking this look. This no lipstick look. So I'll just use my EOS in Strawberry and put that on. So yeah, now I'm done. And my hair is looking crazy, but that's okay.